y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today I am showing you one of my newest pickups, which is going to be the Mossberg Shockwave 590 chambered in 12 gauge. This is what some consider a shotgun, but according to the ATF, this is really considered a firearm. It's a firearm and not a shotgun per se, due to the fact that this cannot be shouldered. As you can see, it's a very small platform, and if you've ever shouldered a firearm before, this doesn't even look like it can work. So that's why it's considered a firearm and not a shotgun and not a pistol. So they had to just categorize it as a firearm. It doesn't fall into either of the two categories. So this is a firearm, although most people refer to it as a shotgun. Even on some websites who sell this gun, the description will say a shotgun, and it's understood. It's chambered in 12 gauge. Most shotguns are chambered in 12 gauge or 20 gauge, so it's only right to want to call this a shotgun. So this weighs about 5¼ pounds. It is a very short platform. It's only about a little over 14 inches long. Well, no, that's the barrel. The barrel is a little over 14 inches long. So this is about maybe a little over 27 inches, 28 inches long. It does have this bird's head raptor grip is what they call it. Very, very unique. Something that's a little different from what we're used to when we hold any type of rifle or shotgun or anything long barreled. Then you have your easy to access safety here, and on the back side here you have this quick release that allows you to chamber your slide, and you can't do it unless you push that button, and then there it is. Then you have this trigger, typical trigger, I guess, on a Shockwave. You do have somewhat of a travel, and then a very crisp break. This is again chambered in 12 gauge, and it will take up to a 2 3/4 all the way up to a 3-inch chamber. So that's pretty neat to notice. I also found out that you can do mini shells in here. However, in order for it to cycle correctly and operate at its highest quality, you would need to get the adapter that goes in here. So that's one of the things that I will look into. You also have this, they call it like the corn cob, because it looks like a corn on the cob, strap for in. And as you can see, this strap here, it will allow you to chamber, and if your hand was to slip forward, it shouldn't go anywhere. That would be a bad day if your hand did get in front of that muzzle, in front of that barrel. You could lose fingers or even a hand. So that's a little neat feature that they have there. And then right there on the front, you have that beaded sight, that front sight, just a small beaded front sight. There's no rear sight. Obviously there's tons of accessories you can do to this, various different mods that you can do on this. This is actually my second shotgun. My first shotgun kind of traumatized me from shotguns, and honestly I think it's my fault because I really didn't do my research on shotguns, and that shotgun is like huge. It's a AR type platform where it has a magazine and it's semi-automatic, but that thing like almost shattered my teeth one time when I shot it. So I don't really shoot it like that, so I'm kind of not really worried about this one. It is smaller, but I am a little bit concerned about the recoil because it is smaller and it cannot be shouldered. So it is recommended not to shoot this from the shoulder. Not from here. I guess you can go out here, but then again, you have to watch your face. Make sure you don't take your teeth out. But it is meant to be shot and fired from the hip. So I'm about to take my first shots of the Mossberg Shockwave 590, and I'm gonna chamber in some bird shots first, and then I do have a few buck shots that I want to try out. So let's load it up and let's see what happens. All right, so we're loaded up with some Fiocchi 12 gauge, 2 3/4, 1 1/8 ounce of 12 gauge. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but this does take 5 plus 1. Okay. All right, so I'm not gonna really be aiming at anything. I'm just aiming in the berm, just trying to get my first shots. And I will go from the hip. All right, I think I need to go put on my ear protection. All right, I think I'm ready now. I got my ear protection on, and that first shot was fine. It wasn't too bad. However, my ears did start ringing after that first shot. So here goes the next 4 shots. It does have a bit of a kick though. All right. Now, I will say, one thing I did notice, I put this on safety. One thing I did notice is this strap is coming in handy, because whenever I shot, I think that last one or the second to the last one, I did feel my hand push forward. And that would have been a bad day had this strap not been there. Like, that was smart on their part to put a strap here, because such a small platform, you're trying to just hold on as tight as you can without it slipping from your hand. But I think that was a good thing on their part. The other thing is just gripping this unusual raptor grip, bird heads grip, whatever they want to call it. It's kind of different. It's not your straight up and down or even angled grip. It's more of a almost 180, almost, not quite, and you really have to hold on to this thing. But so far, I don't think it's too bad. It's definitely an adjustment. So let's put some more rounds in it and get some more shots up. All right, we got 5 more rounds in here, and I want to try to grip my hand grip a little tighter. That way it doesn't seem like or feel like it's going to leave my hand. So here we go. Safety off. Chamber around. Safety is on, and that 5 rounds was pretty good. I do feel that this could start to irritate at some point. Just trying to grip it and hold on to it, and with these ridges, that corn on the cob type style forend that we have here, it could get a little irritating. So just something to get used to. But I enjoy those shots. Let's do 5 more. All right, we got 5 more loaded up. Safety off. Safety on. Not too bad. Not too bad. Once you build your rhythm, you start to shoot it pretty quick. Quicker than, you know, your first few shots. But that first 15, that's pretty good. Again, this is the Mossberg 590 12 gauge in the shorty platform. I'm not even aiming. You really, they say you don't have to aim with a shotgun. You really don't, though, because of the spread that you get from shotguns. But the bead, I don't know if I was to put it up here, which I don't have enough confidence to do that right now. But if I was to put it here, I guess I could look. But the way this thing kicks a little bit, I'm afraid I'll take my eye out, a tooth out, something. So I'm just going to keep chambering and firing, not chambering, but firing from the hip. And let's go another 5 rounds. Actually, let's do 2 rounds of buckshot first. The other thing is this barrel is getting pretty warm. So trying to load up takes a little bit of adjustment how you can load up. So it's on safety. So I shouldn't be too, yeah, I should be fine. So this is the Fetter 12 gauge 2 3/4 1 1/8 ounce 1 1/8 ounce buckshots, double aught buck. All right, 2 shots of it. Let's see if I can tell a difference between the buckshot and the birdshot. All right, safety off. Chamber around. Okay. So I do feel a little bit more of a kick with the buckshots, and I think that's expected. This is what they look like. This is the buckshot, and I think I already showed y'all the birdshot. That's what that looks like by Fiocchi. Okay, so let's do 5 of the buckshots. Okay, got 5 buckshots loaded up, and safety off. Round in. Here we go. Safety on. Yeah, the buckshots have a bit of a kick. Again, my hand is starting to, what is it? I guess hurt, you know, just from chambering, and then once you pull the trigger, your hand kind of shifts forward. That's, I don't know, maybe something to get used to, maybe to put a glove on to shoot it. Nothing too sustainable to be like, no, I don't want to shoot this. I wouldn't shoot it for long periods of time, but it's not anything that's too bad. All right, so let's do 5 more of the Fiocchi, and let's see how these last few rounds go. All right, we got 5 more of the Fiocchi bird shots in here. Safety is off. Round chamber. Okay. So yeah, I can definitely tell a difference. Those bird shots I was able to maintain a little bit better. Even with those last 5, I didn't feel like my hand slid forward with the bird shots. So definitely a difference between buck and bird. Probably more comfortable and more fun to shoot bird shots than buck shots, simply because of that recoil. But all in all, I think this is a really good shoot. I would definitely use this for a home defense weapon or firearm. It is very small, as you can see. Small package, something you put right there by your bedside and have it ready to go. I mean, everybody talks about that, you know, to scare off intruders, but I don't know, that's neither here nor there. You have your own opinion about whether you think that's good enough. But I really do like this. Think it was a nice little purchase. This barrel is kind of toasty right now, so chambering this and, you know, holding on to it might be something to look out for. But other than that, I think it was a good first shot. I don't know if I will do some mods to this, probably in the future. But for right now, this is really like a target gun. It's not, I haven't quite decided on home defense yet. It could be an option, but this is not what I'm going to just yet. And there it is. It's the Mossberg 590 chambered in 12 gauge. All right, so let me know what you saw in the comment section. Let me know if there's anything else that can go with this firearm, as far as how to shoot it, how to hold it. Again, this is my first shot, so not really too familiar with shotguns, but this one was definitely a good shoot today. I am not terrified or traumatized anymore by shotguns, even though my first one, that one, I don't know, I probably shouldn't even bought that one. But this one was a good purchase. And y'all let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know what you have done to your Mossberg 590 Shockwave, if you have one. And until next time, remember, guys, stay armed, stay safe, stay vigilant. Peace.